Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style Cinephile, and one half of the reigning defending MPX Tag Team Champions, of course. So Batwoman, Kane, Kate, let's geek about it for a scant few minutes because there's a lot going on in this episode, and then again, not a lot going on in this episode. The crutch of it was they think they have Kate, and they're trying to jog her memory, kind of take her on various strolls down memory lane. Sophie tries, Luke tries, and just trying to get like their Kate back. What they don't know is that this Kate is really just Cersei, just playing along, playing a part to get in tight with them to get some stuff from the Batcave, the Bat suit, and some other stuff like some of the trophies that Batman has kept in the cave from his various villains, because we get to see Mad Hatter's hat and stuff to do with the Joker, stuff to do with Bane, which of course we know is going to play into the story for the season finale, and stuff from Poison Ivy and Killer Croc and those sorts of things. So that was cool to see some of the little Easter eggs hinting at other villains that we know are in Gotham, you know, somewhere, or at least exist in this space, even though we're likely never going to get to see them. You have Ryan kind of going backward to that feeling that she's just keeping the suit warm, she's just been keeping the cave warm, that once everybody has Kate back, that they'll kind of want her to step aside. So she is willing to step aside. She takes it upon herself to kind of pack up and just go back in her van and live by the, you know, by the lake or ocean or whatever. Even though Sophie tells her before that happens that, hey, you've proven yourself enough to us, to Kate and her memory. So like, you're cool. But Ryan still just doesn't believe her and just wants to kind of feels that she needs to go away. Ends up leading to her getting arrested and potentially killed, although she ends up, with the help of her lawyer, who's disappointed at her for getting arrested for snakebite. Again, dirty crows, dirty cops, just it seems to follow Ryan at this point. She gets hemmed up. She's about to get killed on the inside. The lawyer helps her get away, which is a good thing because she helps save the Team Batwoman back at the Batcave as Cersei reveals herself to be truly evil and imprisons them. And then we see Kate and Ryan face off, and of course, Ryan gets her butt kicked, as she should, because Kate, you know, has this strong, structured, you know, military training background. She should kick crap out of Ryan. And then Ryan can learn from it and grow for the next, you know, battle. Sionis, he's taken the former members of the Crows and recruited them to his army, and Tabaroff, like, is not wanting to go from just being one kind of tool for a corrupt entity, I guess, to another. When Sionis floats the idea of having him be more, and like he just makes a comment about being just a cog in another machine, where Sionis, Black Mask, says, how about if you are the machine? Which again plays into the Venom, which I'm not super into Batwoman and her lore and that sort of thing. So in some of the Bat lore, outside of like Batman and Robin, sort of the general ones, the extended Bat family, I will admit I'm not super entrenched into that. So as far as like Batwing and Luke Fox's role in that and his enemies and that sort of thing, I'm not really connected with. I was looking at some of the message boards I go to, and they brought up the name Menace, which I guess is who Tabaroff is in the comics, and he is an enemy of Luke Fox. So we're gonna see that conflict play out maybe in the season finale. We've seen the promos of the season finale. We've seen the pictures of the suit and of the Batwing suit, and it's okay from like here down. The helmet is just so god awful. I don't understand like why, like how they got that so wrong. Maybe it'll look better in motion. Maybe it's one of those things, because there's plenty of times where I would see, I'm a huge Super Sentai fan, Kamen Rider fan, where I would see new suits for the next year, and they would look kind of off-putting in the pictures, the still pictures. But once you see them in motion, it was like, okay, that suit's cool. Same thing with Kamen Rider. There were some that I didn't like at first, particularly like Kamen Rider Gaim. Wasn't really feeling that suit. But then you see the show, you see the series, you see it in motion. It's actually one of the like top 5 Kamen Rider seasons all time for me. But once you see the suit in motion, it's like, okay, cool, that works. So maybe once we see Batwing in motion, that'll work. Who knows? Other than that, we have Alice dealing with the fallout from Ocean being killed, and then Sophia's back in the mix, and she's working with Sionis, and she's repopulating her island with the Desert Rose by using some plant stuff from Poison Ivy. And then Alice, she wants Alice to come back with her because she says Alice has nothing, no family left or anything. Alice stabs her with the Desert Rose knife and contemplates pulling it out later at a certain point in time. I don't care. Again, I've said this ad nauseum. I don't care about Alice and her Ninja Island backstory and her love life, and I don't care about it at all. I just want it to go away. I'm just really hoping, somebody had wondered on the message board that I go to if things will be truly resolved with Kate by the end of the season finale, or if we're going to get her as the big bad for next season. I really hope that's not the case. I don't want to spend a whole season of what we've done the past couple episodes as far as like trying to jog Kate's memory of who she was and trying to get her to remember and just remember the good times and her family and all that kind of. No, I don't need that crap. Just truly Kate-free season 3. That is all I ask. I'm crossing fingers. I am crossing my toes, which you can't see. I will sacrifice small woodland creatures to whatever deity out there is required to make sure that we get a truly Kate-free season 3. Just outside of that, yeah, it's an okay episode. Some decent action. Like I said, I like the fact that Ryan just got her butt kicked by Kate. Don't like that Ryan is kind of throwing her identity out there to her lawyer. And I know it's the CW and that's their thing where they just don't like secret identities. Like everybody has to know. Because currently we have like Black Mask, he knows, Cersei knows. I'm assuming like this entire corrupt, Crow GCPD, they know. So like how many people know that she's Batwoman? That's just, why don't they like secret identities? I mean, it's just, I understand like the idea of it can be kind of stupid where some people, like your closest people should be able to recognize, when they see you up close in a mask, or when they kind of see these patterns and behaviors and things going on in your life, they should be able to tell that there's something else going on. But at the same time, secret identities are like a staple of comic books and superheroes and stuff like that. So why can't we just have that, There's stuff like this that I'm looking at where I'm kind of thinking of like my next superhero series, and I'm going to try to get off the ground, which is Black Cobra. And I'm looking at these things and I'm just realizing all these things that I'm complaining about, the stupid plot points, the having a character act out of sorts for just like 1 or 2 episodes just for the sake of drama, the secret identity stuff, the whole RPG, MMORPG, team aspect of it where you have to have certain members that play a part, play a role. You have your, tech person, your medical person, that sort of thing. Am I going to have to go down those same paths, do those same tropes with my series? Because I rail against them so much. Can I get by without them? Because I'm so used to seeing that exist in the Arrowverse for this decade of it. How do I make sure that it doesn't influence what I'm doing? So it's kind of things that I'm thinking about with that. But all in all, with Batwoman, is an okay episode. Like I said, decent action. I like the fact that I'm kind of mixed on the idea of revisiting the conflict with Ryan and how she will still feel kind of playing like she needs to play second fiddle to Kate. I would think she would have moved on from that and grown stronger and more confident in herself, but maybe she will by the end of the episode. Who knows? Black Mask, as we see his master plan, he's just going to have an army and just release them on the city or something a la, Deathstroke in Arrow season 2. Whatever. Alice, don't care about. Just make her go away. But anyway, like I said, those are some of my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me, social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Till next time, let us geek.